The Wild West. It was a time of exploration, expansion of cities, a time of family bonding, a time of making new friends along the way. Well, at least that's what some people in the media would try to teach us. But it was really a time of land stealing, civil war, and the elimination of the natives of the land. So, it wasn't a great time for people. But despite that, it did give rise to the legendary cowboys and outlaws. Being a cowboy/cowgirl wasn't all it was cracked up to be. You had to watch the animals in land constantly for predators and criminals, work long, hot days and cold nights, often only taking a bath once a week or going longer without one, along with having no toilet paper to wipe with. They used corn cobs for that. So they were not the best smelling lot. But then you had the outlaws who lived a more exciting lifestyle, which involved robbing people, robbing banks, and robbing trains, along with stealing cattle, food, and stealing all the newspapers to use as toilet paper. They weren't about that corncob lifestyle. Though exciting, it was a dangerous lifestyle. Being caught could mean years in prison or being hanged. So the lawmen were not afraid to help outlaws be light on their feet, you could say. But now that little history lesson is over with, let's talk about the Call of Juarez. Now, I have never played a Western cowboy game before, so this game will be my first, but I do barely remember seeing this game cover when I was going through stores when I was younger, along with seeing another Western game called Gun. I never picked them up because I was never into Westerns. So Call of Juarez is a FPS game developed by Techland, a video game developer company from Poland founded in 1991. Ah, Poland. A beautiful place that provides its people with free healthcare, free education, and lovely homes, while also being the birthplace of famous people like Marie Curie, who was a pioneer in the world of radioactivity. Sadly, they didn't know how dangerous radioactive stuff was to humans and passed away at 66 due to medical complications caused by radiation exposure. Now today, most people think of Techland as the company that made Dead Island and Dying Light, two zombie survival horror games set in an open world. Dead Island being one I have played in the past.
Die, ugly fuck!
But let's jump into the game. You start the game off by listening to Billy Candle. Billy has never met his father, and being Mexican, life wasn't easy for him when his mother moved them to a white populated town called Hope. She did this to be with her new husband, who would beat Billy constantly using the excuse of, "I do it to make you a man." Yeah, you know what I do whenever I hear someone using that phrase to justify child abuse? Billy would go on to run away from home to hunt down the legendary gold of Juarez. Sadly, he never found it after 2 years of searching and is on his way home. So we start off walking towards a ledge where we learn a little bit about the town of Hope.
Well, there it is. Hope. A haven for outlaws, assholes, and hypocrites.
Sounds like a Puritan settlement. Now we have to head down the ledge safely because this game does have fall damage and it is unforgiving with it at times. After getting down, we get spotted by this man. Now this is where you learn to be sneaky. You can crouch and go behind bushes to hide, which is indicated by the icon going dark in the corner. But don't worry about it, because this guy does nothing when he spots you. So we get to the back of the house and we learn that this game has physics puzzles. Makes sense, this game was released in 2006 and Half-Life 2 was released in 2004. So these types of puzzles were in a lot of games at the time.
Let me read a letter I recently received. Why has the... Great Scott!
Now, it's not perfect and can be janky at times, and no, you can't cover people's heads with boxes like in Skyrim. That's a point deduction right there. But you get to the roof, get a gun, shoot the bottles, and head on to Hope. Wait, hold on. Wildlife be wildin' out here. We get to the bridge and we run into our first thorn in our side of the game.
My, Billy Candle. Been a long time, boy.
Sheriff,
I don't think Thomas will be too pleased to see you. You come back to set things right with him?
I'm just here to see my ma.
Well, before you go out there, I think you better give me your gun. Hand it over.
But Sheriff...
Drop it, boy.
And no, he isn't taking Billy's gun because he's against the Second Amendment or he's racist towards Billy, which he is, but this was actually how Western towns were. They had very strict gun control to prevent problems from getting too far out of hand in towns. So yeah, the movie showing everyone in town having guns was not that accurate. Now that we are in town, we get to see some nice people, like this guy who wants to see how much I've grown since he's last seen me.
Billy Candle, is that you? Boy, you're growing like a weed. Stand still. Let me take a measure. Just in case.
You want to see me plant it already?
Well now, looks like you're as tall as Reverend Ray.
I doubt y'all are going to be nice enough to give me a coffin to be buried in.
Well, Billy Candle, ain't you a sight for sore eyes?
Susie. She keeps a gun in her drawers.
I'm pissed at you, Billy. Here in town and you don't come to see your old friend Susie?
Hey! I just got in! I was planning on coming by.
Yeah, right. Billy's planning things now. Get your skinny butt up here before I change my mind.
Don't mind if I do. Grab us a drink and catch up for old time's sake.
Billy the Spick. Where you think you're going, boy? Hope you don't think you're getting lucky. Not unless you got some money.
Relax, Clyde. I'm just here to say hello.
Your balls will be saying hello to my boot in a second, boy. You want a piece of Susie, you gotta pay, muchacho.
And no, you can't pay your way through with the alcohol you stole from his place. So I sneak around back to sneak in and find a whip. This is going to be Billy's main tool for getting around in the game. You can use it to lift yourself up on certain spots and swing around to get across platforms. We get inside and start looking for a gun. We find it and find out it has no ammo, which defeats the purpose of having a gun for protection. I mean, you can still pistol whip with it, that hurts a lot. Speaking of protection, what did they use for protection during intimacy in the Wild West? Oh, that is gross. Our friend Lucy comes in and tries to give us a very warm welcome. Just a heads up, Lucy, I haven't bathed in over a week, so it's pretty rancid down there. But sadly, some non-paying watchers are upset that I'm having a better time than them.
You're not getting away that easy. A half hour with Susie for anybody who can get his hands on that little greaser.
Well, now that the whole town is after you, you're going to want to grab this box and walk backwards towards safety. Can you tell I was killed here at least twice? This is because Billy is built more for stealth and platforming. It actually doesn't take much to bring him down, so head-to-head combat isn't a good idea. Then we make our way to the ledges and use the whip to get around. This isn't the best platforming and gaming. Even after getting used to it, it was never comfortable to do. Feels like there are forces fighting against you when you're trying to swing around, and climbing up ledges is so slow. But we managed to make it to a fella called Crazy Frank, who has ammo we need, but doesn't like it when we try to take it from his property. Which makes sense, but I'm the main character of the game, so it's rightfully mine. Wait, isn't that just the Manifest Destiny mindset? So I get in, get the ammo, and get to hear this line.
Hey, Lucy, what do you want to do with this little thief? Me and Lucy, we shot men, women, and children, so we sure as hell can shoot a lowlife like you.
Well, time to run. Just jump out the window and... the hell? Well, let's try that again. The hell is going on? Billy, it isn't that hard to jump out a window. Just treat the window ledges like the Epstein files and just release them already.
Take that, you...
See, it wasn't that hard now, was it? I would like to take a moment to talk about the graphics. This game looked pretty good for the year 2006. It was made using the Chrome 3 engine, which is an in-house engine for Techland. It was able to allow the game to have massive open world-like areas with lots of foliage and still run smoothly. All the games around the time were Dead Rising, Oblivion, and even Bully. And it was nice to see that this old game still looks good after so long.
There it is. The only home I ever knew. Bet Mom's cooking dinner right now. Baking biscuits, making stew. I can almost smell it.
Thomas! You get away from her, you bastard! You hear me? I'll kill you!
Well, it sounds like Mom and Stepdad are in trouble. But now we switch over to the other playable character, Reverend Ray, who happens to be Billy's uncle. He is also a preacher who has a dark past he has tried to put behind him by becoming a man of God, trying to spread peace and goodwill. But as we can see in the Town of Hope, it isn't working out too well for the old man.
And what exactly would they be receiving here, Padre? Insults? Rebukes? Life's too damn short to spend it listening to self-righteous sons of bitches like you. Free round of drinks for anyone who wants to follow me back to my saloon.
I mean, free drinks do seem like a fair trade for eternal damnation in the afterlife. Hey Ray, tell them there's blackjack and brothels up in heaven. They've never been there, so they'll believe you. Sadly, we don't get our chance to get freebies at the bar and get interrupted by a concerned citizen.
And my reward is with me, to render each as his work shall be.
Reverend Ray, I heard gunshots at your brother's farm.
What?
That bastard child will burn in hell!
And now we have a Bible and a timer. The Bible really has no reason to be here. It was a pointless addition. The Bible is supposed to stun people, but I never used it, and I don't even think it works. But we make it to the house, and unfortunately Ray's brother and sister-in-law are dead. We see Billy making a run for it, and we give chase. We've learned that we can kick open doors, and since we are older than Billy, we are slower and much less agile. We also learn that we can use water to put out fires that are in our way. We chase Billy to a bridge that he cuts in order to stop our pursuit. We then head back to the crime scene and see that the fine folks of Hope are already robbing the dead. Now we get hand-to-hand combat. It's not great. Just stick and move. Combos aren't worth following up on. With how pathetic it feels to do, I wager this was either a forced-in gimmick or they wanted to try to capture the feel of cowboy fights and movies, and it just didn't execute well. Either way, this was a swing and a miss. Get it? Because I swinged and missed? Because I swinged and missed? Laugh, damn it.
For 20 years I followed the light and denounced the darkness. Day in and day out I labored to save lost souls. All for you, Lord. So why have you forsaken me? How could you let this happen? Help me, Lord, please. Tell me, what do you want from me?
But we head back to the church and get some old guns that haven't been used in 20 years, and by the looks of them, they haven't even been cleaned in that time frame either. We are then stopped by Tim, the lawman, who wants to stop what we are doing, but Tim suddenly is afflicted by lead poisoning. We now have to fight our way through the town, but we have to learn about the concentration mode. It's a quick draw mechanic that is handled very awkwardly. You see, you go into a slow-mo state, but you don't control the crosshairs. They move on their own, kinda. But you control the camera instead of the crosshairs, and it's not a great feeling, to be honest. It is useful though. Just holster your guns, wait for the icon to flash, and you're ready to go. But after learning that, I take out the outlaws and find out alcohol can heal you, and spend way too long trying to stack up boxes to get on top of this roof. Yeah, it turns out I was actually supposed to go behind the buildings and go up these stairs, but I didn't know that at the time. Oh, I almost forgot. Ray wears metal armor on his upper body. This allows him to take more damage than Billy. This is because Ray is more combat focused. This was a good way for the two characters to be able to have different playstyles in the game. But now I get to this room and save this woman.
Reverend, why'd you stir him up like that? You got him all crazy, and now they killed Tim.
Gun him down!
They're heading for jail to free their friends and get more guns. Here, take this key.
This ain't your business, McCall.
Now that Tim's gone, you're the only chance we have.
I take the key and make my way back down, where I run into more outlaws, and one seems to forget that I'm his target for some reason. Hey, buddy, I'm the one you're supposed to be shooting at? Oh, okay, never mind. I make it inside the building to head to the attic and get trapped inside by fire. We have to stack boxes up in order to get out. Awkward to do, but harder for me because I knocked over the lamps and started another fire that is hurting me despite me not touching it. I get to the roof and go to get on another roof. Bloody hell. Okay, again. This time I make it in and have to use boxes to make this seesaw puzzle work for me. Half-Life 2 did it better. We make it to the top and make our way to another rooftop. I then find myself in between two buildings and a guy with a shotgun that I am very determined to steal from him. I get it and no ammo. Darn. Oh, and I need to talk about the guns for a moment. Now, one thing I liked about the weapons was how they did the weapons. Some revolvers will hit hard but reload very slowly compared to others, while others have less power but reload faster. Rifles hit hard from a distance, and shotguns thankfully hit like shotguns should.
Die, dog!
They have floppy ragdoll physics, so I was happy to see that. But what I liked most about the guns was that after some use, the guns could break. So if you are not paying attention to your gun's condition, it will break mid-gunfight, giving you a huge disadvantage for being sloppy. It was a small thing that made a big difference in me liking this game more, like giving your girlfriend some attention from time to time. I never knew girlfriends needed that, explains why I have so many exes. But I decided to bring a tomahawk to a gunfight and quickly regret it. Then I make my way to the saloon where I have to take out everyone there, and then shoot these explosive barrels to set the saloon on fire. Pretty sure all the women are dead now. And then watch as these guys learn that being on fire doesn't give them any tactical advantages in a gunfight.
Help! No! Help me!
Clyde comes down and we have another slow-mo quick draw event.
You're no man of God!
Wait for a timer and then pull down and up on the mouse and start shooting. Be sure to move side to side because it will help more than you think. Using one gun is easier but still awkward. I didn't care for this much, in all honesty. I had more fun doing it in TF2 though.
Start praying, boy. Start praying, boy. You ladies should ought to brought some men. Dispenser down.
That is the only time I ever managed to get it while playing seriously. Back to Billy now. Night has fallen and we have to make it to some mines. And wait, hang on. Yeah, the whip sucks for attacks. After that, we see a train, and you would think that there would be a timed moment in the game for this, but no, there's no timer. Now that I think about it, Billy would be good for a timed event since he is the faster of the two. Why did the old slow man get the timed events? I come to a log, give it a push, almost taking myself out in the process. You didn't see that. Then we come across a dead Native American and acquire one of the better weapons in the game, the bow and arrow. I'll talk more about it in a moment. We have some unwanted eyes looking for us. At this moment, I start doing my best to roleplay as a Raven Guard. You must use the dark and the bushes to hide from the sight of the outlaws, but you also have to watch out for the lightning since it can reveal your location to them. A neat concept in gameplay. You can also use horses as a distraction. You can go in guns blazing, but you will be reminded that Billy isn't built for combat. It just sucks that these types of missions go on for way too long for my taste. I wonder if I can jump down here and walk around. Okay, that is a no. After getting back, I head to the entrance of the mine, but the bridge decides to remind me that I need to go on a diet. After getting land, we get to test out what makes the bow and arrow so great. It's perfect for stealth kills. It is silent and goes into slow-mo when it is drawn. It is not a rapid-fire weapon, but when used properly, it can take out multiple enemies in a short time with no problem. And ammo for it is not abundant, so I save them when I can. But you can retrieve the arrows from the bodies if you can reach them. Let's just jump up here and... Bloody hell. We make it to the end of the mine and we have a shootout with some outlaws. Here you can really feel how powerful the bow is. It's addicting to be honest, and you will run out of arrows before you know it if you're not paying attention. After taking out these fellows, we then see a familiar face appear from the mines. Well, it's time to book it then. After that, we play as Ray and we start making our way to the mines. Wait, hold on. I have to stack up some boxes to get over this ledge. We make it to the mines and we make good use of the slow-mo for Ray at this point in the game. I also tried the Bible, but it offers no help in a gunfight.
Catch this, you son of a bitch!
Wish it had the ability to stop this minecart though. And yes, you can ride in the minecarts, but I don't recommend it. We find some TNT sticks and then realize that we need to be careful because the mines are not very stable. We make it to this part where we have to make our way to the top. It isn't bad, but this part will wreck you if you're not paying attention to your surroundings. Because the outlaws will appear from above you, below you, rush out of tunnels, and even throw huge rocks at you. But the worst part is thinking that you have the skills to stack boxes in order to take a shortcut, only to realize that you are not autistic enough to do that. We make it outside and nature decides to be a jerk to us. Fine, I'll go this way.
I thought men of God were men of peace, Padre. We're a preacher. You sure don't seem too damn peaceful.
I don't think this guy knows just how bloody and hypocritical the history of Christianity is. We make it to the end of the mine and then have an explosive gunfight. We then get to watch Billy do his best bird impression to get on the train. Then we get a timer for no reason. Seriously, why does Ray get these? It doesn't do anything for the gameplay. Now we go into a quick draw event with this guy, where I completely forget to move the mouse to draw, but I get him on the next go around. We then make it to the end of the tunnel and watch this fellow die.
Get help.
Yeah, my Skyrim instincts kicked in as soon as I saw the butterfly and tried to collect it. I need to revisit that game. But till then, I get the jump on some outlaws on the tracks, then kick a skull off the hill. Intrusive thoughts took over, that's my only excuse for doing that. I just realized I haven't talked much about the development of this game. So it was originally going to be an arcade style shooter of a game. However, during the early process of making the game, Techland decided to change it up. They didn't want something that was basic and wanted to go bigger with the game, giving it more action and story to help it stand out from other games at the time. They wanted it to feel like a Western movie because that was what inspired them to make the game. And if the gaming landscape at the time was World War II and sci-fi setting games, why not try a Western-style FPS game to help separate yourself from the group? It's a decent idea to try. Now back to the game. After mowing down the outlaws and getting on the train, I make my way to this section with a fellow having too much fun with the Gatling gun. It's my turn to use the Gatling gun. Yeah, Gatling guns in this game are powerful, but you have no protection from enemy gunfire. In my personal opinion, it isn't worth using. After that, we head into this section and
They're coming through.
bloody hell.
Hold your fire. Don't shoot.
No wonder y'all are having trouble. Your shooting skills are awful. They have themselves outgunned by the outlaws and ask for your help. And after seeing what they can do, I really do need to help these guys out. So we take a powder keg with us to this barricade and blow it up to get by. Was that really necessary? We could have just climbed over the boxes. Well, back to the fellows in blue and wait. Y'all really need to learn how to shoot.
One more step and she gets it back.
After that little tussle, we find out that we need to find a way to open the barricaded door. Thankfully, this fella tells us what to do with his dying breath, and we take his scoped rifle. Take these fellas out here and shoot this thing blocking the door, and time to head back to the train.
No! Help! Ah!
Wait, what? Why? Why would you do that? You had a perfectly good meat shield. I mean hostage. You had the upper hand in this situation. Okay, I'm coming, lady.
God bless you, Pastor.
Sorry for calling you a meat shield. Okay, save the lady, talk to the engineer, and...
Hey, preacher!
Damn it.
You hear me?
Another quick draw wannabe. Think I'm getting the hang of the awkwardness of this quick draw event. After that, we learned that Billy took advantage of the train robbery and used the diversion as a way to escape. But now we have to make it to a ranch where one of Billy's friends stay, Molly. He believes she will be able to help him in this situation. We make it to this little farm, and since no one likes Billy, I stay hidden and sneak around till I come across this horse we will need. But we need a saddle first, which means it's time for another sneaking mission, where I immediately get caught.
What do you want? Are you alone?
I only wanted to ask for water.
Water? Well, you're soaking wet. Get out of here or I'll put a few holes
Fine.
in
Settle down.
Okay, sneak around crazy old man, get into the house, find the saddle next to the bathtub, which looks pretty clean. So it's safe to say this fella just recently took a bath. Wait, are those corn cobs? Please tell me they are just there for decor and not used for wiping his. I toss the saddle over the edge and then make my way down to get it and place it on the horse and ride out. Then quickly learn horses don't do well in tight spaces in this game, while also being shot at. Horses are awkward at first, but in open areas they are not that bad to use. Horses are good for getting around fast and avoiding fights that you don't want to engage in, but do leave you as an easy target since you are high up and out in the open. But I'm going to level with you. I don't like horses. They scare me. They are large, powerful creatures that are smarter than me and look absolutely terrifying when they try to bite you. Oh, they're just lovable animals that just want to be your friend. I can hear you saying that, but no, that's what they want you to think. They are plotting and waiting for their moment to take over the world, and I know it. They even wear masks so you don't even identify them when they do their crimes. I can't be the only person who sees this, how evil they are. Oh boy, sorry about that. My girlfriend heard me ranting away and had me take some meds to calm me down. I didn't take them though, I know she works for them. But basically this level is very simple. It gets you used to using the horses. It's simple, go fast in open areas, slow on ledges, and properly line up before making a jump. Then afterwards you make your way on towards the ranch while having to deal with some Native Americans, who are hostile at the moment, can't blame them considering what is happening to them at this point in history. Just watch out for this one here. He really liked reminding me that Billy is far more fragile than Ray when it comes to gunfights. We finally make it to the ranch, and it's another stealth mission. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and skip to the more noticeable parts of Billy's missions. Billy really got a bad deal when it came to this game. Don't get me wrong, stealth games are fun. Metal Gear is proof of that. But with Billy, it just gets boring after a while. So we make it into the ranch home where we go to see Molly, but we are stopped by Chat, who is jealous that Molly likes Billy more and challenges us to a fist fight. And it goes like this. Riveting. Molly storms out to stop the fight and talks to Billy about what happened.
What do you want me to do?
Help me.
How? What can I do? Billy, you shouldn't have run. You should have told him the truth.
You think they'd believe me? They made up their minds, and nothing I can say is ever gonna change that.
You don't know that. You never thought you'd beat Chet, but you did. You gotta trust yourself a little bit. You gotta trust that others are gonna see the good in you.
What the hell are you doing back here?
Mr. Ferguson! Molly!
Thankfully, Molly's dad isn't racist enough to shoot Billy on the spot, but is racist enough to give us a warning that if we come back, he will shoot us next time.
The only reason you're walking out of here alive is because of my daughter. But Billy, I swear to God, if I ever see you again, I will take your life. Now you get the hell out of here and you never come back.
You're letting him go?
Shut up, Chad. He beat you fair, so you got no say in this.
What? What did you shoot this man with, an SFM crate? Oh bloody hell, that's Ray with the Rangers. We switch over to Ray and he basically just goes through the same level Billy just did, so I'm going to skip to the part where Ray meets the Rangers.
Hold on there.
Who the hell are you?
I'm the Lord's wrath, and in my hand I carry his sword.
Well, technically carrying a gun.
I'm looking for a young boy named Billy.
Billy Candle? Are you looking for...
Ty, I'm Tom Manson. This here is Ty Stewart, and these are the McLeod brothers. We're Texas Rangers, and we got a warrant out for the boy's arrest. We believe he's there on that ranch working with a gang of rustlers led by a man named Ferguson. We're right about to bring some hell down on him.
I hear Ferguson has a girl. Young and pretty and,
I don't like how the guy who looks like 4 generations of incest said that.
Shut it, McLeod. Padre, if you know how to use them hog legs, we can use any help we can get.
Let's move!
Well, sure, I'll be glad to help a group of random guys I just met behind a rock with questionable genetics that resemble the royal families. After we go in guns blazing, I slowly make my way to the barn at the back of the house, where we run into Chat and make quick work of him and his friends. Then we make it to the field of corn that Billy has run into. They try to make us get lost in this field by having ranchers come after us one by one with melee weapons. What they fail to realize is that I have a gun, so each encounter goes like this. Just stay close in the fence and you won't get lost. Billy grabs a horse and then bolts off. I then take out these two and get my own horse to chase Billy down, and then quickly forget to slow down on ledges with the horses.
And I will punish the world.
Not once, but twice.
And I will...
Well, we just took out Billy. Guess that's the end of his levels, which I'm not going to complain about, to be honest. No! That sound leads me to believe I have made a grave mistake.
Padre, we thought you were dead.
Oh dear Lord, they're incest brothers.
What's going on here?
Might as well tell him.
Oh, we're not rangers, Reverend.
Yeah, that's what I get for trusting these guys. Afterwards, Molly's dad tells us that they have taken her to the river to take her away. So we hop on a horse to race the timer and see that we didn't make it in time, making me question if the timer was even needed in the first place. And here we get to listen to Ray come to terms with the choices he has made so far.
Oh God, what did I do? Righteous men are dead because of my blindness and arrogance. I killed Billy in your name, too. Was I wrong, Lord? Was he telling me the truth? Was he innocent as well? I'll save you, child. I'll make amends, Lord, whatever it takes. I promise you.
Thankfully, Billy managed to survive, but after this next level, you'll really wish he had died. We're saved by a Native American named Calmwater, and he's very chill. He saved Billy from the river where Billy lost his medallion that his mother gave him as a kid, and all he asked for in return is some rabbits to make a meal. Simple enough, shoot 3 rabbits, collect them, and return them. Okay, for some reason my horse thought reaching terminal velocity at an angle was the best way to get around this spot it couldn't climb. So I repeat the rabbit hunting, head back to Calmwater, and wait, what's going on here?
Wanakashicha! The bad spirit is back!
Bad spirit? No, you clearly got out of hand with the peace pipe.
Minnie, get water! Ankawaya! Quickly!
Wait, why am I the only one putting out the fire? Pick up a bucket and help!
Little still. Yes, very good. The Wakapa helps those who help themselves.
You didn't do shit! Afterward, Billy tells Calmwater his backstory, and Calmwater basically tells Billy it's time to toughen up and face your problems. Which is sound advice, good advice, but he wants us to get an eagle's feather from the top of Eagle Mountain to help us toughen up. Okay, sounds good.
It's not.
This mountain is a goddamn pain to deal with. You want to know why? Here, let me show you a little piece of it. You have to do this all the way to the top of this. You thought platforming was bad before? The developers decided to take the worst part of the game and make it its longest and most annoying and most painful section of the game. And that's not the worst part of it, kids. This is.
Wanakashicha! The bad spirit is back!
It doesn't autosave on the mountain. If it does, I sure as hell didn't get it. This is actually my second attempt at trying to review this game. After getting so far and failing on this mountain, I said it's okay, take a break, come back later, and I didn't, because I didn't want to have to deal with all this mess again. But I finally get the eagle's feathers, and I take one hell of a leap of faith to see if I can survive this fall in the water, because I am not going to platform myself down, I can tell you that much. But I come back and find out Calmwater has been killed by these guys, which I'm thankful for because he probably would have had me go into a dark cave and deal with annoying spiders and terrible platforming. Then Billy gets knocked out. And we are back to playing as Ray, which I'm very thankful for. But he does get a little bit of an annoying section as well. You see, you have to make your way to this barn on this level, which isn't that difficult, but then you notice that the carriage is leaving and you have to pursue it. You get on the horse, give chase, and get in gunfights while you do so. Just remember that the bullets are projectiles and not hit scans. Awkward at first, but you'll get it down and it's not so bad. What makes this section annoying is that it goes on longer than it should. So I'm just going to go ahead and fast forward to the better part. So we make it to this hill, and after realizing this guy with the Gatling gun isn't going to be an easy target, I make my way to one side so I can flank them when I make it to the top. After clearing out the area, we run into the fake ranger and dispose of him very quickly. Afterwards, we try to get some answers out of him, but he just keeps repeating one name.
Where have they taken that girl?
Juarez.
Juarez?
But who is Juarez?
Sorry about the rough stuff. Sometimes Manson can be a little overly, enthusiastic.
Who are you?
Don't you see the resemblance, muchacho? I'm your padre.
What?
17 years ago, your mama ran off with another man. You were still in her womb. My only son, my pride and joy. I've been searching for you ever since.
So you have my mother killed?
Of course not. What kind of man do you think I am? Her husband started shooting and my men had to defend themselves. Your poor mama got caught in the crossfire.
So you're my father?
That's right, mijo. They call me Juarez because that is where I'm from.
So yeah, we finally get to meet Billy's father, and he seems happy to reunite with us until he finds out we have lost the medallion that our mother gave us. Then he decides to show us fatherly love with his fist.
For 17 years, I've been looking for you. 17 years! What? It hurts? This is nothing. These are love taps. Tell me where the medallion is, or you will wish you were never born. Where? Everything I did for you! First your mother, then for you! You better speak, Chilito. Talk!
Don't show up here without the medallion! You've got until sundown!
Now at this point, you don't get a marker to follow on the compass, which leads me to believe I would be exploring for what I needed for a good while, but not. Just follow the signs that say cemetery, talk to the lad at the cemetery because he wants to pay us to help him bury his dad, then find out he's lying to us and instead pays us with a key to a ruined church. You know, I felt bad for you at first, but now I'm glad you're an orphan, you little cheapskate. I then go to the church and look around and come across 3 graves that get my attention. Looking through one reveals the location of a secret entrance, but it's blocked off by the huge rock. But we notice that we can use another large rock to move it. Well, time to do some platforming again, but this time it feels like someone is watching us.
Hey! Is there anybody there?
I just hope whoever is watching us saw how cool it was I'd do a jump whip combo to get all across here. That was harder to pull off than you think. We make it to the boulder and swing ourselves towards it in order to knock it down and watch it reveal the secret entrance we were looking for. We head down and find a very interesting looking cave system. Doesn't look that bad to me, and I kinda like it. Would have been a good spot for a horror section for the game. Instead, we get annoying spiders and terrible platforming. Wait a minute. Ah, bloody hell, I jinxed myself. Why do they scream when I step on them? Do spiders actually scream in real life? Finally, after all that, we find the goal we have been looking for. It's finally all ours.
Out of my way!
Oh, god damn it.
Finally. I waited so many years, and now it's mine. I knew you'd find your way to the gold, so I followed you. Why? Why did you lie to me?
I never lied.
You betrayed me, just like your mother. And now you'll die, just like she did, on her knees.
Peckerhead.
Sadly, I have only 18 health, so it takes a few tries to get away without dying. And we make it to this section where we have to pull a lever to have a platform come out of the wall. Then realize I have to do this multiple times more. Look, Debs, you're supposed to hate your boss and your company, not the players. Stop doing stuff like this. It's annoying and no one wants it. Then we make it to the end of the tunnel where we meet an old familiar face. Ray tells Billy to get to safety so he can make up for all the wrong he has done to Billy, which he does in the best way possible, fighting bandits in close quarters with a shotgun.
And when they have finished their testimony, the beast that cometh up out of the abyss shall make war with them, and overcome them, and kill them.
That was awesome. Afterwards, we find ourselves in a room of gold and surrounded by bandits who want us dead. I mean, they do kill me, but that's mostly because I was trying to figure out why my slow-mo wasn't working. Turns out it doesn't work during boss fights. So this gunfight has to be done the old-fashioned way, which was a nice change of pace. You have to take out the bandits before you take on Billy's father head on. And once you do, he hides behind these pillars, and you shoot him the moment you see him. After some time, he takes enough damage to scare him off, and then we find ourselves rolling up in front of a fort with a special delivery for Billy's father and his bandits. A Gatling gun that I used for a short while before leaving in order to get to safety. This was a good section for a gunfight because they seem to come at you in waves, and you never seem to have any idea of where they will pop up next. Given a little rush of adrenaline and anxiety on wondering if you will get shot in the back or not. After clearing up outside, we find a useful cannon we can use to do some renovation to the fort. We then make our way inside and clear out this section of bandits, who think they have the upper hand because they have the high ground. But I have slow-mo on my side so they can just suck on lead for all I care. We then go down into the underside of the fort and take out everyone there until we make it to this guy, who is the last fake ranger we have to deal with. He is a boss fight, so no slow-mo here. Afterwards, we come across Molly and try to rescue her, but Juarez has different plans for us. He starts chucking sticks of dynamite down at us. Just keep timing the slow-mo ability right and you'll be fine doing this. This really pisses off Juarez, who finally wises up and throws a lantern down to burn us alive. Well, this sucks. Time to play as Billy again. Thankfully, this isn't a platforming level, so there is relief to be had. But all I have on me is my whip. What am I going to do to save Ray and Molly? Oh wait, it's that little cheapskate again.
Senor, you want to kill the bandits in the fort? Hold on.
Hey, get out of here before you get hurt.
They killed my father. If you're going in there, take this and kill them all. Adios, senor.
Oh, wow, thank you. Hey, I'm sorry for all the stuff I said about you. You're a good kid. After getting the bow, we head off to the fort and have some fun battling with the bandits, before we have to knock over the cistern of water. And no, we don't get to use the cannon again like I was hoping we would. Instead, we have to do our best impression of a wrecking ball and flood the lower levels to save Molly and Ray. And then, oh look, it's Dad again.
You can stand by my side or fight me. It's up to you.
If you give it to me, I'll kill you.
So be it. We each have 3 bullets. More than enough.
You know, we could have been a normal, happy treasure hunting family, but no, you wanted to be a selfish dick. Then we find some bandits on our way to Molly and Ray, and I am completely godsmacked by how powerful this handgun is. Bloody hell, bullets here don't have stopping power, they have flipping power. We make it to Molly and Ray, and we all go on to live happily ever after.
Move it!
Where's your God now, Padre? You've made a mistake, Billy. A big mistake. I'm wearing armor as well. So throw out your gun and the bow. Do it! Bueno. Gracias. Adios, mijo.
Oh, god damn it. Yep, this is the final boss fight. It's just this. A boring gimmick that is slow and boring. And no, Molly doesn't bother to step in and help. Finally.
Billy!
Of course they had to get the quick draw event in one more time. And with that shot, Ray takes his final breath and Billy and Molly give Ray a proper grave at the cemetery, and that's the end of the game. Well, I can see why this game mostly got average reviews. The game had potential but was heavily weighed down by awkward mechanics and terrible platforming. I like the fact that Techland was trying to be innovative with a Western game, but some stuff really needed to be left on the cutting room floor. You would have great gunfighting sections, limited weapon variety, along with limited rounds you could chamber, which means you had to be clever with your timing and reloading, pick safe spots to reload, and pop out when you know that the enemy was reloading to get the upper hand on them. Even then, you get the shotgun and the rifle, they didn't feel that overpowering to use. Slow-mo was a good idea, but felt like it was best used correctly for the bow. Every other time it was just awkward to use. I like the idea of using the whip to get around, but having a giant section for it alone with slow climbing, it just made me dread it. Better in small amounts than having a whole mountain of it. The idea of having Billy and Ray as two characters with two different playstyles is a good concept and a good idea for pacing, but Billy felt more like he was holding the game back. All in all, I have to say this is just an average game, but I do recommend you give it a try. Just be patient with it. I got it off Steam when it was on sale, and that's all I have to say about the game. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good day.